Hi there, and welcome to part one of our video series, What Does It Take to Distribute? Part one being Order of Operations. I'm Mrs. Benson, and I am your math coach. You will need something to write on and something to write with before you begin the work in this video. If you don't have those materials, please pause the video to collect them and then unpause to continue. Are you ready? Let's get started. First, let's take a moment to review the order of operations. We start with parentheses. We see examples of parentheses and brackets. Second is exponents. Any exponent, would count as our second step for order of operations. Third is multiplication and division. And fourth is addition and subtraction. The purpose of order of operations is to understand that when we have a whole bunch of operations to do, there is a certain order in which we have to do them. We think of it as the more powerful operations always go first. More powerful operations higher up on the list. So parentheses are more powerful than the other operations below it. And multiplication and division is more powerful than addition and subtraction. These four operations, are going to be the four that we focus on during this video. We'll talk about parentheses and exponents another time. Now we're going to complete this equation together. 8 plus 3 times 2 minus 1. When we follow the order of operations, we get the answer of 13. Let's talk about how we get 13. Remember that we multiply first. So we'd multiply 3 times 2, which would give us 6. And that would change our equation to 8 plus 6 minus 1. And then working from left to right, 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 minus 1 is 13. We always make sure that when we are adding and subtracting, when the operations that are on the same level of the order of operations list, such as addition and subtraction, that we always travel from left to right. Addition is not more powerful than subtraction, and vice versa. Let's try this one. Pause the video and copy the equation. Think about what operation do we need to use first. Then unpause the video to check your work. Our answer is 13. Let's see how we got it. So knowing that we need to multiply first in this equation, we'd multiply 5 times 2. So then change our equation to 6 minus 3 plus 10. Then we can work from left to right. 6 minus 3 is 3, plus 10 equals 13. You're doing great so far. Let's try another one. Pause the video and then unpause to check your work. I bet you got the answer of 8. Let's see how this work was completed. We started with 8 divided by 2, which gave us 4, which then changed our equation to 4 minus 1 plus 5. 4 minus 1 is 3, and 3 plus 5 is 8. Try another one. Pause the video, complete the problem, and then unpause to check your work. I bet you got 11. Here's how. Oh, but before, understand that there was a tricky part here. And if you didn't get 11, that's fine. Because the tricky part here is knowing that we start with multiplication. because it is the first operation when reading left to right, just like when we were reading from left to right with our addition and subtraction. So let's see how this looks. We start with the 1 times 5. So 8 minus 1 times 5 divided by 5 plus 4. 1 times 5 is 5. But then we still can't complete any addition and subtraction operations yet until we do our division of 5 divided by 5. 5 divided by 5 we know is 1. 8 minus 1 plus 4. 8 minus 1 is 7, and 7 plus 4 is 11. Let's try another with the same procedure. Pause the video. Remember the operations that we complete first, and remember the order in which we are doing them. Unpause the video to check your work. The correct answer is 18. Let's check our work. Now we know we couldn't do 20 minus 10 because there are division and multiplication operations in this equation. We had to start with 10 divided by 5. So 20 minus 10 divided by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Then we could multiply that quotient by 4 from the original problem. 2 times 4 is 8. Now we could work left to right. 20 minus 8 plus 6. And 20 minus 8 is 12. And 12 plus 6 is 18. Okay, here's a tricky one. Remember, multiplication and division come first. You know what to do. Pause that video and then continue to check your work. Did you get 0 as your answer? Great. Let's check our work. First, we started with 15 divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Then we would multiply 4 times 2. So our equation was 5 plus 10 minus 4 times 2 minus 7. 4 times 2 is 8, which changed our equation to 5 plus 10 minus 8 minus 7. 5 plus 10 is 15, minus 8 minus 7. 15 minus 8 is 7, and 7 minus 7 is 0. Let's try another one. Simplify and solve this one. But remember that just because there is more to it, meaning more numbers and more operations, it does not make this problem more difficult if you are comfortable with order of operations. Pause the video, complete the problem, and then unpause to check your work. Did you get 19? I bet you did. Let's check our work. So here we had 18 minus 8 divided by 2 plus 9 divided by 3 plus 4 minus 1 times 2. Now, something that I did differently in this work was because I'm getting better with my order of operations, and I can call it a pro tip, is that I did all of the multiplying and dividing in one step. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And 1 times 2 is 2. To then change my equation to 18 minus 4 plus 3 plus 4 minus 2. And then I could work from left to right. And really, all of the steps below, I could just complete in one step, especially if I was comfortable with quickly adding and subtracting numbers in my head, or if I had a calculator handy. And working from left to right, I would get 19 as my final answer. Great job. Thank you so much for watching this video with me today. If you have any questions about any of the content in the video, please reach out to your math teacher, or you may email me at the address on the screen. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Stay tuned for the second video in our in our order of operations series. And what does it mean to distribute when we focus on the parentheses? Thanks again, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.